Alright, hi, Mr. Ko here, and today's topic is exponents and division. And our goal for today is we're going to simplify exponents that have division in them. And our California standard for today is number sense 2.1 and 2.3. So here we have our basic flowchart sequence mapping of what your basic steps would be. So first of all, we're going to expand. Then once we're done expanding, we're going to cancel certain numbers out, and I'll talk to you about how that works out. When we're done canceling out, we're going to regroup and then simplify. So this is your basic sequence map of how we are going to go ahead and solve or simplify our exponents involving division. Alright, let's start with the first one. So here we have 3 to the 4th power over 3 to the 2nd power. So we're just going to go ahead and rewrite. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to expand. So this is 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Bottom is 3 times 3, 2 times. Now let's go ahead and use a marker. Alright, so we've expanded, and now we're going to go ahead and cancel things out. So since we are dividing, what you're really doing is you're dividing each number by itself. So I'm going to divide 3 by 3. That gives me 1. 3 by 3, that gives me 1. And then we're done canceling out because I can only cancel out that number with that number, that number with that number. And then I'm going to go ahead and regroup them. So I'm going to look and see what I have. On the top I have 3 times 3, which is going to be 3 to the 2nd power. And then the bottom, I basically have, well, I have 1. So I can just go 3 to the 2nd power. And then 3 to the 2nd power would give me 9. Alright, now, let's take a look at this one. Same deal. We're going to go ahead and, first of all, expand. So let's go ahead and expand this out. Then we're going to go ahead and cancel things out. So again, 3 over 3 is 1. 3 over 3 is 1. I'm going to regroup. The top I have 1. 3, all I have left is 3 to the 2nd power. And then I'm going to finish it up. Because 3 to the 2nd power is 3 times 3, and that gives you 9. Alright, let's move on. One of the most important things that you need to worry about is that these are all fractions. And so, and it's fraction-like, so you are dealing with fractions. So first of all, we're going to go and talk about a very simple fraction with simplifying. So we're going to simplify this fraction to its lowest terms. So one way we can do this is by thinking about the numbers that they have in them. So kind of like the factors that multiply to 8 and 12. Now if I take 8 and 12, I can think of it as 4 times 2, and 12 would be 4 times 3. And what you just learned with the other one is that you can cancel out the numbers that they have in common that you're dividing by. So here I have 4s. I can cancel out my 4s. So which means that's equal to 1. The answer that I have left here is going to be, once I'm done regrouping, is just 2 over 3. So we're going to do the same thing that we did here with this. So let's go ahead and do the same thing. So here I have 8 and 12. Notice I just had them rewritten as 4 times 2. And then the bottom, I have 4 times 3. Then I have A, and I have A and A here. And again, these 3 A's is because I have A to the 3rd. These 2 A's is because I have A to the 2nd. Now, I'm done expanding, so I'm going to go and cancel out. 4 over 4 is 1. A over A is 1. A over A is 1. And just to let you know that if I have an A here, I can cancel this one out. I just can't take out 2 A's on the top for 1 A on the bottom. It has to be a 1 for 1. So let's regroup. All I have left is I have 2A. Then I have a 3 on the bottom. And that's it. Let's get a little bit more difficult than this. Alright, So now I have a similar type of deal here. So I have n, and that's already done. And on the bottom I have 2, and then I have n to the third power. Okay, and then all I have to do here again, after I'm done expanding, is I get to cancel out. So I'm going to cancel this out. And don't forget, we are dealing with fractions, which means if I take n divided by n, that's still 1. So I still have a 1 on the top. And on the bottom, I'm going to regroup. Alright, now let's go with the hardest one that we have here. And this is probably going to take a good amount of expanding. And first of all, let's go ahead and expand the 12 and the 10. So I'm going to expand this by saying this is 5 times 2 over, oops, make that 6 times 2, over 5 times 2. And again, my 6 times 2 is my 12, my 5 times 2 is my 10. I have 3 y's and 2 x's. Here I have just 1 y, and I have 3 x's. Okay, so now I'm done expanding everything out. Once I'm done expanding everything out, then I can just start crossing things off. So things that I have in common are my 2's. I have my y's in common. Then I have this x and this x in common. So let's rewrite, and to see what we have left, I have 6. I have 2 y's. And then I have a 5. And then that 1x right there. So my answer is going to be just 6y to the second power over 5x. And you keep it in this particular format. Alright? And that lesson is done. So if you need more information or you would like to catch up on any past lessons, go to my channel on www.youtube.com/user/TycoDad. And our Chuck Norris fact for today is Chuck Norris once counted all the escalator steps. Think about that one. Thanks.